Hi everybody, happy Friday. So it's Friday, and as always, I have made available your next week's assignments. So when you go to the home page, you're going to now see a button there that's going to take you straight to the modules. You can use that, or you can enter the modules on the left-hand menu. And then when you get to the modules, I want to encourage you to collapse these when you're finished with them. It just kind of gets them out of the way and say, if you've done all of the assignments for week 1, just go ahead and close it up. Once you're done with all the assignments for week 2, just go ahead and close it up, and then that kind of just takes it out of your way, and then you can look at what you need to do. So let's go ahead and go into the start page here. You can get a snapshot of what we're doing for this week. Got 3 assignments, 1 due Wednesday and 2 due Sunday. So let's just really quickly go through these. And we are starting our week with really, really important theory called universal grammar. And I'm giving you this concept now because this is really sort of the overarching theory or overarching idea that modern linguists have about the discipline. Okay, Chomsky's theories really cover everything in modern linguistics. So this is a really important one, and I want to make sure that everybody understands this, because as we go forward through the different core areas of linguistics, this is really the kind of the underlying foundational piece. I will be giving you some feedback on this assignment if your answer isn't just like really, really perfect, okay? So be looking for that. Then our next assignment is a quiz on pragmatics. And if you remember, pragmatics has to do with appropriateness in the situation and the context. So looking more deeply than just the grammatical structure, but looking at kind of the underlying meaning. What are those messages that are inside or underneath our messages that when we're talking to someone in a conversation, we automatically understand without those having to be spelled out. This is the reason why we can have really efficient, quick conversations that everybody can follow without us having to give, all the background information into every single little thing. It really makes, human language possible. So we've got this quiz, and then once you're done with that, this is the assignment that I really want to give you a little bit more direction on and information on, because this one can be a little bit confusing. So we've got this theory about speech acts, and what speech acts are any language that you're using with the purpose of getting some action performed. Okay, so you're trying to accomplish something, you're trying to make something happen, probably make another person do something, and you're using language to get that done. That's a speech act. So we've got this explanation of all different kinds of speech acts, and we've got direct and indirect speech acts. The direct speech acts are real easy to understand, and then we get into some of the indirect things, which are pretty interesting, and then the performative ones, which are a little odd, and there's a ton of examples here. Okay, what I want you to do is this first question is really kind of like a summary. What's the deal with speech acts? Let me know what that is. And then for number 2, I'm asking you to make up some sentences. And I don't want you to copy any of the examples in the article. I want you to come up with your own. But definitely look at the examples in the article to make sure that you're on the right track. If you are not really sure, if your answers are right or if they're, just completely off, send me what you have. Send me a draft of what you have. Give, at least a day before this is due so I have a chance to look at it and get back to you. And I will let you know, okay? So for number 2, you're going to be writing 3 different sentences. You're going to be writing an assertion, a question, and then an order request, okay? And the reason orders and requests are together is because they are the same thing, they have the same function. It's just that there's kind of a spectrum of politeness there, okay? With orders being less polite and requests being more polite. So for number 2, you're going to make up 3 sentences, okay, that are speech acts. Could be about anything. It doesn't matter. I just want to make sure that you understand what that is. And then for number 3, you're not going to be dealing with assertions. You're just going to be focusing on questions and order requests. So look back at your answers that you gave for number 2, and I want you to write now indirect speech acts for the question and the order and request, but make it have the same function or the same meaning, okay? And you can look down at my examples to see, what an example of that would look like. And then for number 4, you're going to do the exact same thing, but this time you're going to do a performative speech act, which is really the most direct kind. And then for number 5, the answer is not written anywhere in this article that I've given you, but there's been lots of research done on this, and I want to see if you can come up with the answer. If you don't, I will give you some feedback on this. So thinking about politeness, okay? This is a area that is studied a lot in linguistics. What makes something polite? How do we know that something is polite? What is the definition? And of course, those are language specific. So when you're learning any language, one of the things that you have to learn is how to say something that is more polite or less polite, okay? That's what I want you to focus on for this one. Again, if you're not sure, if you're on the right track, send me your first draft of your answers and I will let you know. You can also, what would be a good idea for this week is you can meet up with Ashley in the Pass Center and she can give you some guidance on that. So use that Pass button on our homepage to see when she's available, when she'll be in Pass, and then you can meet up with her there. Okay, let me know if anything is not working right on the class, have any problems or questions, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great weekend, and I will be talking to you later. Bye-bye.